Judge Alcott's gavel hit the block with a sharp crack that echoed through the silent courtroom. Motion granted. The court will allow Mr. White additional time to review the medical records. Anna Foster's stomach dropped. It was the 5th delay in 8 months since her mother passed away. Her hands gripped the edge of the table until her knuckles turned pale. Across the room, her father leaned toward his lawyer, Michael White, whispering something that made both men smirk. The sight made Anna's pulse hammer in her ears. The courtroom felt cold, yet sweat rolled down her temple. "Your Honor," her father began, standing with his usual polished confidence. "We request more time to review Mrs. Foster's medical files. There are inconsistencies in her treatment decisions that could affect the distribution of her assets." Assets. That word made Anna flinch. Her mother's life had been reduced to a list: an $85,000 savings account, a small townhouse in Tacoma, and an antique oak chest that had belonged to her grandmother. That chest was all her mother had left of her family's history. From beside her, Clara Reed, Anna's attorney and old law school friend, rose. "Your Honor, this is the 5th such request. My client has already provided full medical records twice." Judge Alcott barely looked up. "Noted," he said curtly, already moving to the next file on his docket. Anna's jaw tightened. "How can this keep happening?" she whispered. Clara leaned closer, her voice low. "He's using delays as a tactic. Don't let him see he's getting to you." But Anna couldn't hide the pain. "He already took everything from Mom in the divorce. Why can't he let her rest?" Her mind drifted back to the day her mother sat her down in their small kitchen, tears streaming down her cheeks. "Your father isn't coming home," she'd said softly. "He's chosen someone else." The image still stung, her father with Vanessa Clark, the young woman from his office. Anna remembered the sound of her mother crying quietly at night, and how she never said a bad word about him even when she should have. Clara touched her arm gently. "Stay focused, Anna. We'll build an appeal if we must." Anna forced herself to nod, though she knew appeals cost money she didn't have. As a public defender in Seattle, her paycheck barely covered rent and student loans. Judge Alcott cleared his throat. Court adjourned until November 12th. All new documents must be filed by the 5th. The sound of the gavel echoed again, marking yet another month of waiting, another small victory for her father. As they walked out into the hallway, Clara sighed. "Something about this judge doesn't add up. He's far too lenient with your father's requests." Anna glanced back toward the courtroom door. "It's like he already made up his mind before we even walked in." In the parking garage, the echo of their footsteps bounced off the concrete walls. "This isn't normal," Clara said, scrolling through her phone. "I've practiced law long enough to know when a judge is bending rules. Alcott's rulings are irregular." Anna unlocked her old Honda and tossed her briefcase inside. "You think he's being influenced?" "I think your father has more connections than he should." Before Anna could respond, her phone buzzed with an unknown number. "Hello," she answered hesitantly. "Is this Anna Foster?" a calm female voice asked. "Yes." "Who's this?" "My name is Renee Carter. I knew your mother years ago, before she met your father. We need to talk. There are things she never told you." Anna froze beside her car, her breath caught between fear and disbelief. "What kind of things?" "Not over the phone," Renee said quietly. "Meet me tomorrow. Noon. Come alone." The line went dead. That night, Anna lay awake, staring at the ceiling. She remembered her mother's voice from the hospice bed. "Keep the oak chest safe, sweetheart. Promise me." She turned to her phone and texted Clara. "Unknown woman called. Says she knew Mom. Wants to meet." Clara replied almost instantly. "Don't go alone. At least let me sit nearby." Anna typed back, "She asked me to come alone. Noon tomorrow. I'll share my location." In the quiet, she whispered to the dark room, "What did you hide, Mom?" Morning came with gray Seattle light and a knot in her stomach. She dressed in a navy sweater and jeans, steady colors, steady mind. On the way out, she paused by the oak chest in her living room. The roses carved along the lid seemed to watch her. "I'll come back for you," she murmured, running a finger along the wood. "I promise." The cafe smelled like roasted beans and rain-soaked coats. At exactly noon, a woman stepped inside, mid-50s, silver-streaked hair in a neat bun, sharp gray eyes. "Anna?" she asked, stopping at the table. "Yes," Anna said. You're Renee. Renee sat, placed both hands flat on the table and nodded to the server for black coffee. I knew your mother long before she met your father. She worked with me. Worked, where? Air Force, Renee said softly. Signals work. She was brilliant at patterns and codes. Anna blinked. No. She worked office jobs. She said. That was her cover, Renee replied. Your mother kept quiet to protect you. Protect me from what? From men who used information for power, Renee said. Men like your father. Men like Judge Alcott. Anna felt the room tilt. You're saying my father and the judge. We're connected, Renee said. Years ago. On a project they called Blue Harbor. Your mother recorded things. She never stopped documenting. Dates, names, movements. She knew it might matter one day. Anna swallowed. If this is true, why tell me now? Because someone is trying to bury your mother's last wishes, Renee said. And you're being pushed until you give up. Anna's voice dropped. What am I supposed to do? Renee leaned closer. Look in the chest. And remember a phrase your mother used as a lock. She liked phrases. A lock. Renee's gaze didn't waver. Winter lantern. If you see it, you'll know. Anna stared at her. You really knew her. Renee's eyes softened. She saved my career once. I owe her the truth. Back in Clara's office, Anna paced while Clara typed. Blue Harbor, Clara repeated. If Alcott and your dad worked together and never disclosed it, that's a huge ethics problem. Anna stopped at the window. Renee said Mom documented everything. Clara looked up. Then the chest is our next move. Anna nodded. I'll bring it here tonight. Careful, Clara warned. If your father senses you found something, he might push harder. Or scare you. He already tried, Anna said, thinking of the endless delays. I'm tired of being scared. Clara's voice softened. We'll do this by the book. If there's evidence, we use ethical channels. No leaks, no drama, just facts. That evening, Anna cleared a space on her living room floor and lowered the oak chest to the rug. The brass hinges were smooth, well-oiled, almost reverent. Okay, Mom, she whispered. Show me. Inside were photo albums, a folded flag, a small box of medals, and a leather notebook with blank first pages. She paused, remembering Renee's words. A phrase. A lock. Winter lantern. She ran her hand over the carved roses along the lid. One petal felt slightly loose. She pressed it and heard a soft click. A shallow panel slid back at the base. Anna held her breath. Inside lay a thin envelope and a small journal wrapped in cloth. On the envelope, written in her mother's neat hand, for Anna. Winter lantern. Her throat tightened. Mom. Anna set the envelope on the coffee table and unwrapped the cloth. The small journal smelled like old paper and cedar. She opened to the middle. Dates, names, places, short lines in precise script. July 12th, Leonard met R.A. after hours. Discussed tax filings, court plan. August 4th, contact threatened exposure. Accident, same night. Pattern repeating. September 2nd, judge assignment shifts after call with L. Anna's hands trembled. Leonard. R.A. judge assignment. Her phone buzzed. Clara, you okay? Anna took a photo of a page and sent it. A moment later, Clara called. This is real, she said, voice steady but tight. Bring everything first thing in the morning. We'll scan and secure copies. Anna closed the journal carefully. There's also an envelope for me. Open it with me here, Clara said. For safety and witnesses. Okay, Anna said. Tomorrow. The next morning, a misty drizzle turned the city silver. Anna arrived early at Clara's office with the chest, the journal, and the sealed envelope. Ready? Clara asked, setting up her scanner. Anna nodded and slid a finger under the flap. Inside were black and white photos. Two young men in uniform, arms slung casually over shoulders, grin sharp as a blade. On the back, her mother had written two names, Leonard Wright and Richard Alcott. Anna stared. It's them. Clara took a slow breath. And here's the connection, documented. There was also a letter in her mother's hand. If you are reading this, I trust you. Use truth with wisdom. Document first, speak second. Anna blinked hard. She knew this day would come. Clara's voice steadied. We're going to handle this correctly. By noon, Clara had scanned every page and secured copies in 2 separate drives. I'll prepare a motion to challenge the judge's role and a parallel ethics complaint, she said. We will not mention classified details. We will focus on undisclosed relationships and irregular rulings. Anna nodded. And my father? Clara's expression cooled. We don't contact him. We file, then let the court do its work. Anna looked at the photos again. He'll try to stop us. Let him try, Clara said quietly. We'll be ready. Anna exhaled. I want to tell Renee thank you. Do it, Clara said. And ask if she'll sign a short statement confirming your mother's role and habits of documentation. No sensitive content. Anna texted, found it. You were right. Thank you. Can you sign a simple statement? Renee replied, yes. Today. That afternoon, Anna slipped into a downtown lobby to meet Renee again. I won't ask for details, Renee said, signing the statement neatly. But I will say your mother was exact. If she wrote it, she checked it twice. Thank you, Anna said. I think she wanted me to learn patience. Renee smiled a little. She wanted you to learn timing. There's a difference. Anna tucked the signed page into a folder. Clara will file tomorrow. Renee's face grew serious. If your father calls you, don't go alone. And don't accept any quick settlements with silence attached. Anna frowned. You think he'll try to buy me off? Renee's answer was simple. Power pays to stay hidden. Anna nodded. Then I won't sell the truth. That evening, Anna's phone lit up with a number she still knew by heart. Anna, her father said smoothly as if nothing were wrong. Let's be reasonable. I'm prepared to end this. You can keep the house and the savings. All I ask is that you turn over certain items. The chest. Anna asked, voice flat. A few papers inside it, he said. They're meaningless to you but sensitive for others. Sensitive, she repeated. Or dangerous to your reputation? Pause. Don't do this, he said lower now. You don't understand the consequences. I understand enough, Anna said. No more delays, Dad. No more lies. His tone hardened. You're making a mistake. Maybe, she said quietly. But I'm done being scared. She ended the call, set the phone down and looked at the chest. Tomorrow, she whispered, steady at last. We file. The next morning the rain had turned to fog. Anna and Clara entered the courthouse, their steps echoing down the marble hallway. Clara carried 2 briefcases, one for filings, one for backup evidence. Once this is submitted, Clara said, we're officially challenging Judge Alcott's neutrality. Anna nodded, tightening her grip on the folder. He won't see it coming. Inside the clerk's office they filed the ethics complaint. The clerk, Joyce, a woman with kind eyes and tired hands, reviewed the packet. This is serious stuff, she said quietly. I've seen strange rulings from Alcott, but this, she trailed off, stamping the papers. Good luck, Miss Foster. You might need it. Clara smiled faintly. We'll take all the luck we can get. As they walked out, Anna exhaled slowly. No turning back now. Clara glanced at her. That's exactly the point. Later that afternoon Clara called. They already responded. Anna frowned. That was fast. Too fast, Clara said. Your father's lawyer just filed a new motion, claiming your mother's chest might contain classified information tied to national security. Anna froze. National security? Are they serious? It's a scare tactic, Clara said. They're trying to intimidate you. They want you to back off before the ethics board looks deeper. Anna rubbed her forehead. What if they push criminal charges? They won't, Clara said firmly. They're bluffing. If those files were truly classified, your father wouldn't be handling them through probate court. Anna let out a shaky laugh. So he's pretending to protect the country while protecting himself. Exactly, Clara said. And now we know he's scared. The next day Anna's boss, Liam, called her into his office. You've missed 3 hearings this month, he said. And your colleagues are picking up your caseload. Anna sighed. I've been handling a family matter. He crossed his arms. Public defense doesn't stop for personal matters. You know that. I'm not neglecting my cases, she said. I'm working nights. Liam looked at her, his tone softening slightly. You're a good lawyer, Anna. Don't let this case ruin your career. She nodded. I won't. But as she left his office, she felt the truth pressing on her chest. She was barely holding it together, torn between fighting her father and keeping her job. Still, her mother's words echoed in her memory, "Don't let him take this too." And she refused to. That evening, Clara called again. "Someone's been watching my office," she said quietly. Anna stopped in her tracks. "What?" "The same car parked across the street for 3 days. No plates I can trace." Anna felt a chill. "You think it's my father's people?" "Could be. Or Alcott's." "Did you tell the police?" "They won't do much with a vague report." Clara's voice lowered. "Just be careful, okay? Lock your doors. Keep copies of everything separate." Anna looked around her apartment, suddenly aware of every creak and shadow. "They're not going to scare me off." "I know," Clara said softly. "That's what worries me." The next day, Anna's car was broken into. Nothing was stolen, but her files had been rifled through. She stared at the glove box left open, the papers scattered like a warning. She called Clara immediately. "They're getting desperate," Clara said. "That means we're close." Anna tried to steady her voice. "Close to what?" "To proving they're corrupt." Anna leaned against the car, breathing hard. "I keep asking myself if this fight is worth it." Clara's answer came quietly but firmly. "Your mom thought it was. She left that chest for a reason. Maybe she knew this was coming." Anna swallowed hard. "Then I'll finish what she started." "Good," Clara said. "Because they're running out of ways to hide." That night, Anna received another call, this time from Joyce, the clerk. "Anna," Joyce whispered, "I shouldn't be saying this, but Judge Alcott met privately with your father last week. No record on the docket." Anna's eyes widened. "Are you sure?" "I saw them with my own eyes. It's not the first time either." "That's illegal," Anna said. "Ex parte communication. Total ethics violation." Joyce hesitated. "It's worse. Your father's firm has been handling Alcott's personal tax filings for years." Anna felt her heart drop. "That's a direct conflict of interest." "Be careful," Joyce said. "You're not just fighting one case. You're pulling a thread they don't want unraveled." "Thank you," Anna said. "You just confirmed everything we suspected." When she hung up, she whispered, "Mom, you were right. They really are all connected." The next morning, Anna rushed to Clara's office. "Joyce confirmed it," she said breathlessly. "Private meetings, financial ties, everything." Clara leaned back in her chair, processing. "That explains the bias in his rulings." "This isn't just about my mom anymore," Anna said, pacing. "If he's been favoring my father, how many other families has he hurt?" Clara nodded. "We'll file an updated complaint. Add the financial conflict and the pattern of rulings." "Can we use Joyce's testimony?" "If she's willing to sign, yes." Anna stared at the window, her reflection faint against the rain. "We're not just fighting for Mom now. We're fighting for everyone who never stood a chance." Clara smiled faintly. "That's exactly what your mother would have wanted." By evening they had a plan. They'd continue the inheritance case publicly while quietly preparing a full ethics complaint behind the scenes. "We'll keep the Blue Harbor details private," Clara said. "That's our leverage if they try to bury this." Anna nodded. "I've already moved the documents to a bank vault." "Smart," Clara said. "We'll need witnesses too. Renee can verify the military link. Maybe she knows others who'll back her story." She mentioned someone, Caleb Monroe. "Retired major," Anna said. "I'll reach out." Clara smiled. "Your mother's foresight is paying off. She didn't just leave you papers. She left you a map." Anna felt a small warmth rise in her chest. "Then I'm going to follow it all the way." 2 days later, a manila envelope arrived at Clara's office. Inside was an affidavit from Major Caleb Monroe, confirming he'd served with Elena Foster and witnessed procedural irregularities involving both Leonard Wright and Richard Alcott. "This is huge," Clara said, eyes wide. "Now we have independent corroboration." Anna exhaled. "And proof this wasn't just a family feud." Clara looked up. "You realize what this means, right? We're not just challenging a judge. We're exposing a system." Anna nodded. "Then we'll do it carefully. No shortcuts, no leaks. Just truth." Clara smiled. "Your mother raised one hell of a lawyer." Anna gave a faint smile back. No, she raised a fighter. That evening, Anna sat by the window of her small apartment, watching the city lights shimmer on wet pavement. Her phone buzzed. It was Clara again. They called, Clara said. Your father's lawyer wants a settlement meeting tomorrow. Anna's pulse quickened. After all this time? He said your father wants to end it quietly. Anna's jaw set. Quiet usually means hidden. Clara sighed. We'll go in prepared. But don't expect it to be simple. Anna looked out into the misty night. Nothing about this has been simple. She picked up her mother's letter again, rereading the words. Use truth with wisdom. Tomorrow, she thought, was going to test exactly how much wisdom she had left. The next morning, gray clouds rolled over downtown Seattle. Anna and Clara entered the sleek glass building of Delaney and Company, her father's firm's longtime partners. A secretary led them to a conference room with floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the sound. The room smelled faintly of leather and power. Across the table sat Mark Delaney, smooth-voiced and overly polite. Thank you for coming, Miss Foster, he said. Your father regrets he couldn't attend personally. I doubt that, Anna said. Delaney smiled thinly. He's prepared to withdraw all claims against your mother's estate. You'll receive the house, the savings, everything. In exchange, you'll relinquish the oak chest and any contents within. Anna stared at him. He wants the chest? Delaney nodded. It holds certain family papers. Sentimental, really. Clara's voice cut through the air. That chest was awarded to Elena Foster in the divorce. Your client has no legal claim. Delaney leaned back. He's offering $200,000 on top of the inheritance, Miss Foster. For peace. Anna met his gaze. Or for silence. Delaney's mask slipped for just a second. You're young, he said quietly. You don't understand how messy old business can get. Anna folded her hands. You're right. I don't understand why my father and Judge Alcott needed secret meetings if everything was clean. Delaney's eyes flicked toward Clara, then back to Anna. Think carefully before you make this personal. It's already personal, Anna said softly. He made it that way when he dragged Mom's memory through the mud. Clara leaned forward. We'll review the offer and respond in writing. As they stood to leave, Delaney spoke again, his voice dropping to a threat. If you walk away from this deal, you'll regret it. Anna turned back. I already regret giving him 8 months of my peace. That ends today. The elevator doors closed, sealing the moment. Back at Clara's office, Anna paced, her heart pounding. $200,000, Clara. That's more than I make in 5 years. Clara looked up from the papers. And worth your mother's integrity? Anna stopped pacing. No. Then you have your answer. Anna stared at the settlement document again, the fine print blurring under her gaze. There's an NDA buried here, permanent silence. He doesn't want peace, he wants to erase the evidence. Clara nodded. Exactly. Once you sign, everything you've uncovered dies quietly. Anna folded the papers and dropped them on the desk. Then I won't sign. Clara smiled faintly. You know this means war. Anna exhaled. Then I'll fight it. Outside, thunder rumbled as if the city itself approved her choice. That night, Anna sat at her kitchen table surrounded by copies of her mother's documents, her laptop glowing in the dim light. She reread the letter her mother had written. Use truth with wisdom. Her phone buzzed. Another message from Delaney. Last chance. Deal expires tonight. She deleted it without replying. Instead she emailed Clara. File everything tomorrow. I'm done playing defense. Clara replied, understood. Proud of you. Anna leaned back in her chair, exhausted but clear-minded. She imagined her mother sitting across from her, that gentle smile, those patient eyes. You knew I'd find this, didn't you? Anna whispered. You left me the pieces so I could finish what you started. Outside, the rain began to fall again, soft but steady, like applause against the glass. The next day they filed the full motion before Judge Sandoval, known for fairness and sharp intellect. The courtroom was packed. Your Honor, Clara began, we request the recusal of Judge Richard Alcott due to documented financial and professional connections with opposing counsel Mr. Leonard Wright. Delaney immediately rose. Your Honor, these claims involve sensitive information related to national security. Judge Sandoval looked unimpressed. Counselor, this is a probate case, not a CIA hearing. Continue, Ms. Reed. Clara presented copies of bank records, meeting logs and Joyce's signed affidavit. As Judge Sandoval read through them, silence spread. Finally, the judge looked up. The court finds grounds for concern. Judge Alcott is hereby recused from this matter, effective immediately. Anna exhaled a breath she didn't realize she was holding. Her father's entire defense collapsed in a single ruling. When the gavel fell, Leonard Wright's face drained of color. He stood slowly, avoiding Anna's eyes. You have no idea what you've done, he muttered. Anna rose too. Actually, she said, I know exactly what I've done. I ended your control. Judge Sandoval's voice cut through the tension. The estate of Elena Foster will be honored as written in her will. Case closed. The room erupted in whispers. Reporters scribbled notes. Outside the courtroom, Clara squeezed Anna's hand. You did it. Completely. Anna blinked back tears. No, we did it. And Mom. At the courthouse steps, Leonard approached one last time. You've destroyed my career, he said, voice shaking. Anna met his eyes. You destroyed your own. I just stopped pretending otherwise. He had no answer. He turned and walked away without looking back. 2 weeks later, the legal newspaper ran the headline, Judge resigns amid ethics probe, law firm under review. Clara dropped the paper on Anna's desk. He's officially done. So is Alcott. Anna smiled faintly. It's over. Not entirely, Clara said. Other lawyers are coming forward with similar stories. You started something bigger than this case. Anna looked out the window of her small office at the public defender's building. Then we'll keep going. Mom always believed justice takes patience. Clara grinned. You've got her strength, you know. Anna nodded softly. And her timing. Months passed. The townhouse in Tacoma was now fully hers. She kept it almost exactly as her mother had left it. Books neatly arranged, the blue vase by the window and the oak chest restored and gleaming. One Saturday morning she opened it again, not to search but to preserve. She placed inside the newspaper clipping the court documents and her mother's medals. Renee visited that afternoon, bringing coffee and old photos. Elena would be proud, she said. You honored both her truth and her caution. Anna smiled. She protected me with silence. I protected her with proof. Renee nodded. And you changed more than just one verdict. Anna ran her fingers over the carved roses. Mom always said, beauty hides beneath the surface. She was right. 6 months later, Anna stood at the front of a small auditorium at Seattle University's law school. Her presentation slide read, Integrity in the Face of Influence. Lessons from Judicial Ethics. Law students filled the seats, listening intently. She told them, justice doesn't always roar in the courtroom. Sometimes, it whispers through persistence and documentation. Preparation is power. Afterward, a student approached her. Your story inspired me, he said. Anna smiled. It's not just mine. It's my mother's too. Outside, the rain had cleared and sunlight streamed through the windows. Clara waited at the door. You sounded just like her, she said. Anna laughed softly. That's the best compliment you could give me. That evening, Anna drove to the cemetery. She placed fresh tulips on her mother's grave and whispered, We did it, Mom. They couldn't erase you. The wind rustled through the trees as if in response. I started a fund, Anna continued. The Elena Foster Integrity Fund. It helps lawyers fight judicial bias. She smiled faintly. We've already helped 3 families. The sun dipped low, painting the sky in gold. You taught me the truth isn't about shouting. It's about knowing when to speak and when to wait. She touched the headstone one last time. Rest now. I kept your promise. As she walked away, the carved oak chest waited back home, no longer a box of secrets, but a symbol of justice finally done. Moral lesson. Justice doesn't always come through force or revenge. It comes through patience, truth, and courage to stand firm when silence would be easier. Integrity, when tested, becomes the legacy that lasts longest. Thanks you for watching, and please remember to tell us where you are watching from today. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more of this.